Greetings and welcome to another weekly vault video. Let's get right into it, shall we? So I had a pretty productive week last week. At least just in terms of like getting the things I wanted to get done. I did for the most part do. While I'm taking a second to pick my vault, maybe take a second to subscribe today? Eh? Maybe? Ooh. It's definitely looking to be a choice between a porcelain crab and a leech ring. I feel like I'm rooting for. I don't have a porcelain crab yet, but it always seems like an interesting trinket. Looks like it's probably just safest to pick the leech ring, even if I won't really be able to wear it right now. It's still gonna be really good for my prot spec, so I'm happy with that. And I'd like to think I will fulfill my promise somewhat of doing a whole bunch of these box things, even though, admittedly for my warrior here, there's not much I could get from it. So I was gonna open it as prot and hope for the I'm gonna hope for the Farok main hand weapon, whatever, the one-hander axe, or at least like a tank trinket of some kind. So here we go. That is not a tank trinket or a Farok weapon, but that's what happens. Alright, moving on. Pink Treggyz time. Like every single one of my characters, by the way, got themselves at least an 18. I was very ratty last week. It's like more leech gear. Shoulders might be interesting. Oh, ooh. First shoulders. I'm thinking the neck might be really good for my like prot spec, or at least like slightly better than the Ouroboreal neck. But I kind of want to just like pick the shoulders because it'll be 489, and maybe I'm not sure what it changes to stat wise. Crit haste. I'd probably keep it as is. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and pick the shoulders. So I already have one of these trinkets. It's all right, but kind of sucks to lose the haste. But there are definitely some classes who don't care about haste that they like that trinket. Thinking for a second, do I want to open this as anything else? I don't know if there's anything I could really get from it as ret or even tank. I'll just pop it. And trinket, trinket, trinkets are on the mind. A cloak I also don't need, just like my warrior. 0 for 2 on those boxes so far. It's a bit of a shame. Yeah, I'll open it as unholy this time. Not so sure about any of these. Oh yeah, especially not that. My little LFR run. Just to get a third slot and stuff. I don't think I want the axe at all, because I think Gorehowl is just overall better for like every spec over this thing. Like this one might be like, maybe it might be arguably better for like Frost or something, but eh. So I guess I'm just taking another kind of weird ring. I also might be. I think I very possibly might have my two Frost Bis rings. I would half guess because it's a. Where is it? Am I wearing it? No. I have a ring. I don't know. I actually don't know where it is at. This thing. Those might be. I feel like those might be really good for Frost. My Death Knight does not do heroic raid regularly, so there's a good chance I can actually get something from this that I might need. Give me like a sick trinket. Nope, never mind. Same shoulders my warrior got. Great. 0 for 3. It's gonna pick up. It's gotta pick up because all the rest of my characters are all like mid 450 or lower. Hmm. The Nightmare Eggshell is kind of an interesting trinket in that it's just like a big haste, stacking haste thing. But I see a Avoidance Mythic Helmet that is a pretty decent upgrade to my LFR level helmet, so I think I'll take that. I will happily take an Avoidance helmet. And I'll pop this bad boy. I'll stay as Guardian. I don't know what I would want. Like the weapon would be pretty sick, but I doubt I get it. Oh, friendship badge. That's actually my first friendship badge on my account. It's actually I want to say that'll be really good over, especially over my season 2 garbage trinkets. Where'd that helmet go? I'll take that. That I feel like that would be pretty good for like a pretty good general druid trinket, I would think, right? A little bit of everything. At least I'd hope so. Definitely like wear it over my my bomb dispenser, I think. I'll figure it out exactly later. Onward to my evoker. Nope, druid. Demon hunter. Demon hunter. Yeah, open this as havoc. That isn't necessarily the greatest. Like, yeah, Myth Helmet would be pretty awesome, but I already have a tier helmet. I was really hoping for, like hands or shoulders I'm missing. Yeah, hands or shoulders would have been pretty awesome instead. And, like, this character doesn't even have any progress on the helm enchant thing, so even if it was like, oh, I'll pick the helmet for a nice fat helm enchant, it doesn't really work out that way either. Well, it's not really the smartest pick for tank, but I'm kind of thinking about just picking the bracers because I know that those are very good stats for Havoc, so it's probably the Mythic plus best in slot right there, or possibly even the full best in slot if you're not like crafting something there. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna pick that. Not necessarily the greatest choice for my tank spec, but whatever. In my box, anything cool. Give me a. I would definitely wouldn't mind a trinket on this character. That's Mog, I guess, and a weapon. I'll take that. That's not too bad. It's better, definitely better than my 441 Krog Tusk. It's not too shabby. It's like another week of my Demon Hunter not necessarily getting my 4 set. Bit of a shame, but you know what happens. Now it's Evoker time. I want to say out of like all my characters, I think my Evoker got like the luckiest this last week in terms of like getting stuff from like just the runs. I don't think I'm gonna take that. Ooh. Hmm. I don't want this. Like, I mean, it is a myth weapon, but I got Iridol last week, and my handful of runs I did, which is like the Mythic Plus best in slot for Og. So I have no real intention of swapping that out unless it was like if this had been like super mastery heavy something weapon, like maybe, but still it's like I'd rather go with that. And I guess I just pick the boots and hope I can hope it turns over into something mastery heavy, even though I just crafted up my boots to get a flavor pocket on them. But maybe if this is really good stats, maybe I'll swap it, even though that's a real shame to do that. Just I don't really care for a weapon like that without if it had mastery on it, right? That would have maybe changed the story. What would I want? I guess like a I don't know friendship badge or something. Some mask. I don't know. Actually, there is the Smolderon cloak. I could say it'd either be like Smolderon cloak, the Tindril neck. Is there a mastery heavy ring in the raid? I can't remember. I don't think so. Or like a nice trinket. Come on, treat me right. I feel like all of these have kind of not been amazing except for my Demon Hunter so far. Well, it's got mastery on it at least, and it's Mog. It's big eye level gain, so yeah, I'll take that. Then I was only like my plans yesterday was I was gonna make sure I finished out my weeklies on my important characters, but then I decided to do two extra characters. I made made some friends of mine suffer with through two 18s with terrible characters. So both of these characters did get an 18, but it was only a single 18, and then I didn't want to do it, but I ended up just spamming Mythic Zeros to get the weekly finished. Yeah, that's the only real choice. I know Mastery's not great for Outlaw unless it changed, like with the patch, but still Leech Belt. I'll take it. And then box, like any weapon or anything would do. The Nimue neck. I think for the heavy crit on it, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's like I decided to bust out like two terrible characters on mine. Like at least the rogue is like I thought the rogue would be a bit better, but I was thinking like, man, imagine if like I did a what was I gonna say? Actually, never mind. I misremembered the dungeons I did. I ran a fall on my rogue, and I was like, man, imagine if I did my hunter my single hunter key, and I'd gotten like the weapon, or like same with the rogue. My hunter did my tongue tied thinking about all my characters. My rogue did a fall 18, did not get anything, but it's like imagine if I'd gotten like the weapons with the time strike stuff on them. That would have been a pretty dope. And my hunter is looking pretty good for tier already. I'm essentially at three set. Maybe I could get 4 set with this. Nope, I already had gloves. It's a bit of a shame, but at least it's 4 out of 6. Looks like it looks like that's from like one of the later bosses in the raid. Raven has joined me. I feel like this I think last time I did this weekly, I got like better loot across my account. This one kind of this week turned around and it ended up being kind of bad. Or at least not like amazing for everybody. It's like it's only my Demon Hunter really got anything good from it, even though it's still only like a hero weapon. But the character did need a weapon really bad. So in terms of like stuff I did last week, it was a lot of work for the boxes on everybody. even though I really messed, like, this last week kind of sucked for me in that I kind of messed up my sleep schedule like right away on like Tuesday and Wednesday. I essentially like napped throughout most of like the the important part of the day. So I really didn't get any like good work done on like YouTube or World of Warcraft or anything side. I was pretty unproductive most of the week. It was only with like the weekend that I actually got my characters their boxes filled and stuff, their vaults, those boxes earned. In terms of rating, I guess no new bosses died last week. We were very close to killing Smolderon in my Warriors Guild. Weren't quite able to finish it out, but I felt like as the night went on when we were pulling Smolderon on Saturday, my damage was getting like better and better just because like I was doing like the I don't know the micro adjustments of the rotation and my cooldown usage to get it like better lined up with the intermissions. Like it's like it's really tricky. It seems like if you're like a second late on your cooldown usage on warrior on Smolderon, like you will just fuck your damage in the later on intermissions if you don't like just send it whenever it's up. Like it's like typically for the very first intermission phase, your cooldowns just barely come up as it's like about to end, and I think you get like a second of like the damage amp buff, but like for every intermission after that, it kind of like lines up right. But you just like have to be sending your cooldowns on on cooldown quite literally to get it to be right. Yes, that is right, Raven. Fade, my Paladins Guild. We're back to full on raiding. These next weeks we've been on like a weird. I gave everyone like a holiday raid schedule of essentially only one raid night per week, just to kind of make sure like everyone who's like traveling for Christmas or anything like they have their a little bit of extra time to be able to do that without like it being much of a hassle. And I'm really hoping that now we'll be back to normal rating, 2 nights a week. Uh, I hope we could actually get up to do some like council prog on Mythic this week. That's my goal. Or yeah, I guess it would just be council prog. I don't think we could do Laradar Innovate as is. It's kind of a tough check of a fight on like damage mechanics and healing. I ultimately think I think evade we could go like overall. I think we could go at least like 5 out of 9, if not maybe 6 out of 9 mythic. Like Laradar might be a real test for us, but I think we could do Nimue. It's gonna be I think it's like any of those bosses that feel like a real damage check, like they might be a struggle, but I think we could do it. Like down the line, right? Like we're still only on like what week 10 or so of the patch of this season. So there's lots of time left. I'm sure we have another what 2 or 3 months before probably season 4, if not maybe a little longer. It depends on when Blizzard wants to do like season 4 pre-patch for War Within, etc. Because I think they mentioned that like pre-patch for War Within would be like earlier than usual. But yeah, I got high hopes. So I see the way that I'm sitting. I have the sun shining directly in through my window at me, and my shirt is turning into a bright, glary spot in the footage. So I believe I will let everyone go. Thanks everybody for watching my videos. Remember to please subscribe. I should do almost like a little bit at the start where the generic YouTuber thing of like, did you know that 90% of the people watching these videos aren't subscribed? Yeah, it's going off my last few Vault videos. That's sort of the case because they've really done very well for view count. So I'm happy with that they're doing so well view count wise. So it would be nice if I did get a few more subscribers from them when that's the case. So you know, maybe if you're not subscribed, maybe today is the day, huh? Maybe. I was trying to point at the camera, but my hand was just barely out of view. Maybe today is the day. Make today the day. You subscribe. Yeah, I'll let everybody go. Thanks again for watching. I will be back next week, of course, for normal vault things, more than likely. A lot of work this week to get everyone their boxes, but I guess it's always fun to like bust some characters out and do that. So ending for real. Have a great one. Good luck. Hopefully, you had great luck with your vaults, and good luck next week. Bye.